Hello everyone! Welcome to today's first half 2023 release update for SAP SuccessFactors. This is part of AKT's Insight series, where AKT has been an SAP Gold Partner for an outstanding 14 years. My name is Evgenia Antoniou, and I am honored to facilitate the webinar today. We are so excited to have you all here. All attendees are on listen-only mode, and on your panel, you're able to ask questions via the text box, or alternatively, you can email us at info@aktglobal.com. Before I introduce our panelists, let me first introduce AKT to those who are first-time joiners. AKT is one of the largest SAP Cloud and Qualtrics people experience consultancies in the EMEA region. With more than 250 consultants across several countries, including France, UK, Czech Republic, Israel, South Africa, Switzerland, and Germany. We offer strategy and advisory and best-in-class systems implementation programs. And apropos to today's release management webinar, AKT has one of the broadest offerings of application management services and support to help you both sustain and optimize your SuccessFactors system. Our domain of expertise extends throughout the SAP ecosystem, including SuccessFactors, SAP Customer Experience and CRM, Qualtrics, and SuccessFactors Web Zone. Thank you all for trusting AKT to present the SAP half-year release updates. Let me now introduce our presenters for today. We will have with us Ran, Shirley, Michal, Sharon, and Dani, who will be presenting the agenda, which covers the highlights of this release for the presented modules in the SuccessFactors Suite. We're also going to be sharing the concept of what we refer to as quick wins, denoted by the thumbs up icon. We have been seeing that organizations are still finding it quite challenging to often meet their daily operational requirements. So we understand the additional effort it may take to ensure that your organization adopts the latest system innovations. And this is why, in this webinar, we're going to highlight quick wins, things that you will be able to implement quickly and with minimal effort. Allow me to remind you that these new features are already available for you in your preview instances as of 28th of April. And will be in your production within the next week on the 2nd of June. One more thing in case you've missed it. Even the What's New viewer page is getting improved. SAP has now released a detailed guide on how to navigate the release updates. The guide is called Discovering SuccessFactors Changes with What's New viewer, and we are posting the link in the chat as we speak. Here you can find details on how to filter and prioritize the enhancements you want to review based on the modules you're interested in, the time you can spend, and so forth. For example, you can filter What's New viewer table based on the action, which describes the action needed so you can maintain your current business and avoid any disruption. Or you can filter based on enablement, which describes the effort you must make to configure the features or enhancements, whether this will be applied automatically, or if you need to perform specific steps, or if you need to contact AKT as your SAP partner. And with this note, let's now move on to LMS and Ran.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Ran Shapira, and I will present a few of the main enhancements in the SuccessFactors learning in this release. Let's start with Enhanced Course Home. SAP has been improving the new Course Home experience over the last few releases, and in this release, it was enhanced in a few ways. The manager functionality in new Course Home was lacking a few options which existed in older versions of Course Home. And now the gap is being closed. Managers can now use the Register Others action on the class details page to register their employees for a class and they can use the assign to others action on the item details page to assign an item to their employees. When managers view their employees' learning plan, they can use the add to learning history, remove, and recommend actions. Managers can also view program details and curricular requirements on the employee's view. An additional enhancement in New Course Home is for the learner. When a user launches a course from a program, they are returned to the program details page after completing or closing the item. They can also navigate back to the program at any time by using the navigation at the top of the page. Users see program instead of library, which is the correct one they should be seeing when they're coming from the program, and can select the link to return to the program details page. This is a great improvement for the program user experience, which makes it flow better due to being able to remain in the program context. The next enhancement is a much anticipated mobile enhancement. Task checklist for the New Course Home experience on iOS and Android mobile apps. Employees can now assign task observers for observation items they are assigned to from their mobile app. So this closes the loop for OJT functionality. Users can assign observers from their mobile device, and observers can execute the observation from their mobile device, as was already available. Employees can also view the list of tasks, which previously was only available to the observer. Please note that the option for an employee to add an observer from mobile is only available if the task checklist for that item is configured to only allow authorized instructors. This is very wise because we would not like to allow employees to assign the observation task to just anyone. As you probably know, the external learning request functionality is for organizations that require employees to complete an electronic form for training that is outside of the organization. This is an existing functionality that covers both the approval process before the course and the verification after the course. With this release, learning users can now add document attachments to the form. They can create an external learning request with attachments and submit it for approval. The request can either be approved or denied, and the approvers should have access to the attachment during the approval process. So for those of you who are considering the external request functionality, this is something that you should be aware of. Next is automatic antivirus scanning for all file uploads. This security enhancement is now automatically enabled in your system for all file uploads. In the past, a configuration option was available to enable antivirus scanning for uploaded content. By default, it was disabled. Now it becomes universally mandatory, and it will also apply to additional file uploads available in the system. It applies to both uploading of files using the UI or through connectors. For example, it will apply for iContent import, adding images to exam questions, attachment to history, etc. If the system detects any potential virus, it will block you from adding the file. SAP SuccessFactors Learning now supports REST APIs for Webex Meeting Center and Webex Control Hub. Webex has deprecated their XML-based API solution for Webex Meeting Center. SAP delivered these features in order to continue providing virtual learning capabilities for customers who use Webex as a VLS vendor. Please keep in mind, if you have classes with time slots scheduled after October 31 that were set up using the Webex Meeting Center XML APIs, you must change the VLS server on those time slots to the newly created Webex Meeting Center configuration file. The instructor records must be utilizing the new VLS server first. And if you are using Webex Training Center, existing XML APIs will continue to be used, and there is no action from your side. The last learning enhancement we will cover today is the receiving of reminders of learning assignments in Microsoft Teams. This is a new and a major enhancement. It requires configuration, and it is relevant if you have learning integrated with Microsoft 365. Please note that this is not the standard VLS LMS Teams integration, but another level of integration. SAP developed this feature to offer users prompt reminders of learning assignments and approvals in everyday business social scenarios from within the Microsoft Teams SuccessFactors app. In Teams, the SuccessFactors app sends adaptive cards to its chatbot if employees have learning assignments due in the next 30 days, or if managers have learning registrations to approve. On the cards, they can view details about the learning assignments or take quick actions of approving or declining. Well, that's it for the main changes in this release for SuccessFactors Learning. Moving on to Shirley for the performance and goals enhancements.
Thank you, Juan. Good morning, everyone. My name is Shirley Rosenberg, and I am thrilled to be here today as the Performance Management and Succession and Development Solution Lead at AKT Global. Today, I am excited to share with you some major innovations and enhancements made to the PMGM and succession management solutions. Imagine you are a manager or an HR professional getting ready for a calibration session to evaluate employees' performance. You have a lot of data to sift through, and you can be overwhelming to try and make sense of it all. That is where filtering comes in. It allows you to narrow down the data to get a better view of the employees you need to focus on. Now, let me tell you about an enhancement made to the calibration tool. 6 new filter options that can help you get even more specific with your data were added. These filters include discussed, country, new to position, future leader, key position, and metrics managed. Let's say you are looking for a potential future leader in your organization. With the future leader filter, you can easily see which employees have been identified as high potential and track their progress over time. Or maybe you are interested in how employees in a certain country are performing. The country filter can help you isolate the data for a particular region and see how it compares to other or the rest of the organization. With these new filters, you can customize your calibration sessions to fit your specific need and get even more valuable insights into your workforce. So while I will be highlighting some of the most interesting enhancements today, I encourage you to explore all the new enhancements and see how they can benefit your organization. Sometimes the best ideas come from customers. That is certainly the case with one of the latest enhancements, which is a change to the email notification that informs direct manager on rating changes in finalized calibration sessions. We heard from some of you that the previous email format was difficult to read with columns that were difficult to align. Now, the columns are left aligned in the email notification, making it much easier to read and understand. And the best part, you don't need to take any action. If you use these notifications, the update will happen automatically. Let's talk about goals management. The latest goals management UI is now fully ready for you to enable it. With this update, you can manage personal and team goals, cascade and assign goals, and create goal plans that include milestones, MLT, comments, and link to OKRs. Goal library was also added. When you enable the latest version, it is automatically applied to other modules that are integrated with goals management, such as career development, performance management, continuous performance, 360, and the latest homepage. We believe this update will provide enhanced functionality and make it easier for your organizations to set and achieve goals. Several enhancements to the user experience on performance management forms and succession management screens were implemented. One of the most important enhancements is the page anchoring. You may have experienced this annoying behavior in the past when you perform an action on the form page, such as adding a goal. The page refreshes and you are sent to the top of the page. It can be frustrating to have to scroll back down and find where you were working. But this release, users will stay at the section they were working on. It may seem like a small change, but it will save you time and hassle in the long run. Many changes were done to the look and feel of the forms. One of them is the bold font for goal names, which is part of the Horizon visual theme. It makes goals name more readable and easier to find. These enhancements are just the beginning of an ongoing effort to improve user experience with the performance management and succession modules. Let me share with you some exciting news about continuous performance management module. With this release, it is easier for you to use CPM and integrate with other tools you may already be using. With the integration of SAP SuccessFactors and Microsoft 365, organizations can more easily implement CPM and lead the change. Imagine being in a meeting on Microsoft Teams and having the ability to enter the SAP SuccessFactors app from the app bar on the compose message and compose a message easily, or request feedback from others during a project. Or maybe you just finished a one-on-one meeting and want to quickly provide feedback to your manager. With this enhancement, it is all possible within Teams. Users who receive a feedback request can provide their feedback and send it back to the requested. It is that simple. We believe this integration will make the CPM module even more accessible and user-friendly. We are excited to see how these enhancements will improve communication and collaboration with teams and organizations. As always, we encourage your feedback and look forward to hearing your success stories with Continuous Performance Management module. Now, thank you all for joining me today to learn about the last innovations and enhancements in performance management and succession management. We have covered a lot of ground, from the new filter options and email notifications and calibration sessions to the latest UI and functionality in goals management module and the integration with Microsoft 365. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to our team at AKT Global. Moving on to the highlights in compensation management.
Thank you, Shirley. Hello, everyone. My name is Michal Ben Israel, and I'm Compensation Solution Lead here at AKT. Today, I'll be covering the compensation module release updates. Let's start with a very exciting feature which came through after many customer requests. With this release, we can find a new feature which enables planners to review field change history. As a compensation planner, you can now review field change history on your compensation, variable pay, and total compensation worksheets. Once enabled, your planners are able to download the file with details of field value that have been modified by other planners. The planner audit feature can be enabled for up to 10 fields for a template. Some standard fields and all custom fields can be selected to be auditable. Pay attention that you cannot enable the feature or additional fields for planner audit if worksheets have been created for a template. To enable planner audit, go to Compensation Home, choose your template, go to Plan Setup and then Setting, and check the Enable Planner Audit. On the worksheet, click on the Export Change History to download the file with details of changes made to auditable fields. The downloaded report is a CSV file that you can save on your local system. Here on the screen, you can see an example of this CSV file. Next change is filter route step for compensation worksheets. This is something that I really like, and I find it very useful for admins. You can now filter your compensation worksheet for a compensation, variable pay, or total compensation template based on the route step the forms are on. Go to Route document, search by template name, and select the compensation template. You now see Select Route Step as a filter option to use. When you go to select, you can select one or more steps as the search criteria in the pop-up window that opens up. The new filtering capability allows you to find forms in particular steps and be able to route the worksheet based on the selected criteria. To enable this option, you can go to Administrator Permissions, Manage Document, Route Document Permissions, select Include Completed Documents, and allow add-in of a step. Continuing with compensation plan template versions. You can now view the modification history, including modified date and modified by for compensation, variable pay, and total compensation templates. You can also export the XML for the template versions from Admin Center. Go to Compensation Home, choose your template, and select Export Template History. The page that opens up shows the details of the template versions, including the modified date and modified by information. You can then use download link to download the desired version of the template. Moving on. SAP has introduced the advanced executive review filters in the first half of 2021. Now, in the first half of 2023, all customers are encouraged to be using the advanced filter based on the deprecation schedule for legacy filters. The Enable Advanced Executive Review Filters checkbox on Action for all plans, Company Setting, Manage Company Setting is now checked by default. The legacy executive review filters will reach end of maintenance on June 2nd, 2023, and is retired on May 17, 2024. Closing up with another exciting feature, user search for HR Manager, Matrix Manager, and Custom Manager in Executive Review Population Filter. You can now filter by specific users when filtering on HR Manager, Matrix Manager, or the Custom Manager in Executive Review. In the previous version, you could filter by your reports when doing Executive Review based on your role in the company. Now you can also view reports for other HR managers, Matrix Manager, or Custom Managers by searching by name as long as the employees are in your target population. This enhancement is also coming from customer community idea. So that was all for compensation highlights for today. Thank you very much for listening, and we are moving on to Sharon to review the highlights in analytics and stories in people analytics.
Hi everyone, my name is Sharon, and we will review together the people analytics updates. I am very happy to announce the release of Optimization View Mode. This excitement is shared with SAP, as does Optimization have been available in all tenant, test, preview, and production since April 24th. Optimization View Mode has updates that will improve the experience of the viewer of the reports. On the top image, we'll see the story filter will be assembled as See More in a noticeable drop-down menu. As some of you may know, currently the filter navigation is a tiny blue arrow on the opposite side. So this feature will definitely help the viewer better navigate those filters. Tooltip have been moved closer to the cursor to ease access with extra action on the right-click menu. At the bottom right, we see a new undo and redo functionality that will encourage viewer to play around with different features of the report, as they can now reverse or restore their action. When loading a report, you might have felt like staring at a blank page. Many customers didn't understand if this white screen was due to cookie settings or just a long loading time. As you can see on the bottom left image, with the ghost loading indicator, you can now better understand what you are waiting for. As mentioned, the performance issues have impacted many of our customers. So another exciting release is the new default feature, Active Viewpoint Rendering. Our customers use different browsers or screen resolution, which means they each see the dashboard differently. Active Viewport Rendering will process only the objects that are visible on the screen and pause the processing of objects outside of it until they are brought within the view. This also means that if you are using linked analysis, it will only be processed on the visible object, even if it's applied on all the reports. This optimization will help reduce the loading time experienced. Finally, SAP has also announced a performance improvement addressing client-side connection issues, but not server-side or network problems. Let's move on to the most important part of the optimization view mode. Some of you are familiar with the Explorer mode here on the bottom left, which allows the viewer to build different graphs to add them to the story. Explorer mode is not supported in the optimized view mode, and it is replaced by the data analyzer. On the top left, we'll see how you can access it. And on the right, you see how the data analyzer offers a view of the chart as a pivot table, to which you can add measure, dimensions, or filters. You can then export this pivot table to CSV, Excel, or PDF. Beware that not all reports can support this optimization. We saw the example of the Explorer mode not being supported. Therefore, adjustment will be required to your existing reports to enable those optimizations. Another new release is the dynamic team data being available to report on, so you can analyze how it's being used in your organization. You can report on data on the following table: the dynamic team, its members, their objective and statuses, the key result, comment, or contributor. Another new addition for the user of time event clock in, clock out that will allow you to generate report for this time event for a certain time period. To make those analysis more complete, this table can be linked with job information or user information and more. You can view the pairing status, the creation source, the reason for manual time event, the address of the clock in, and its approval status. So for example, you can report on the events awaiting approval in a certain region in the past week. Last release session, we announced a new table of career worksheets called Current and Target Roles, which offered an analysis of your workforce career development aspiration. In this release, we have a small but important update. To better protect the data privacy, SAP recommends to define a specific target population to the role that will use the permission to career development planning data access story. This target population will be the employees that the role will be able to view in the career worksheet of the reports. Hopefully, this improves the protection of your data. To conclude, another update to a recently released the new Opportunity Marketplace table. They allow you to report on assignment, including details of the assignment, application of the employees, and the capabilities it requires. This was an important addition, as those data can give you insights to the assignment employees pursue and the skills that they will gain. To further the depth of your analysis, SAP added new fields: the assignment co-owner, the proposed start and end date, when and who last edited the assignment, the application comment, and finally the custom field added to the assignment. This is all for reporting. Thank you all for participating and hope you are as enthusiastic as me to see Story Report continue mature.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Danny Cohen, and this is the last part of today's webinar. As you can see, it's all about the new enhancements in the opportunity marketplace. This new module is rapidly expanding and will shortly become an important tool for many of our customers. So, the first topic for today is related to the opportunity marketplace assignments. As you can see on screen, or if you already started implementing this nice feature, some of the processes related to assignments involve approval processes. Until today, the settings of these approval processes were quite limited, allowing you to enable single-step approvals for accepting an offer for an assignment. Whereas in the current version, you can enable approval workflows and require multi-level approvals for all scenarios, including publishing and applying for an assignment, as well as accepting an assignment offer. When advanced approval workflow is enabled, these approval tasks will be available on the new homepage. And more from the opportunity marketplace assignments. Assignment owners can now add co-owners during assignment creation. Co-owners can take actions on their assignments, just like the assignment owners. In addition, the co-owners will receive email notifications in the following scenarios: when assignment owners adds another co-owner, when sending offers to applicants, when changing the agreed period for an assignment, and when applicants apply for an assignment and accept or reject offers. This next one is rather small, but very useful. Assignment owners and co-owners can now copy assignments in any assignment status. You can choose to copy assignments either from the assignment details page under the assignment owned by me, from the assignment details page, or under the assignment owned by me on the Manage My Opportunities page. Please note, only assignment setup details are copied. No related applicant's information is copied. And the last enhancement related to assignment is designed for the applicants. Applicants can now specify when they want to start and complete assignments and to leave comments, such as motivations for applying for the assignment and so on. Dates proposed by the applicants and their comments are available for the assignment owners as well as approvers in the approval workflow pages. The assignment owners can consider this information when selecting the right candidate for the assignment. As you already know, the opportunity marketplace allows you to search for opportunities based on keywords. Those of you using the recruitment module in parallel to the opportunity marketplace can now search for open jobs using keywords in addition to the existing search options. The keyword search can be done by the following fields: the job title or description in the open job requisitions. And you can also narrow down the search results by using the location or business unit fields. Once you identified an opportunity and selected the job, you can view your open job opportunities in the Manage My Opportunities page. And this is divided into two tabs. The open job opportunities in the statuses application saved and applied will be presented in the In Progress tab, whereas the ones with status closed or application withdrawn will be presented in the History tab. And the last one for today, this new enhancement allows you, the system owners, to better manage which parts of the opportunity marketplace you wish to implement. When you disable a type of opportunity in the Manage Opportunity Marketplace page, the corresponding section on the main page doesn't show, and all opportunities of that opportunity type in the Manage My Opportunities page are removed. In particular, the entire assignments feature, if the entire assignment feature is turned off, then the other way around. In particular, the entire assignments feature is turned off when you disable the assignment type. All types of opportunities will be defaulted as enabled, and you will have to turn them off if you wish not to use them. As I said, this was the last topic for today's webinar. Thank you for your time and attention, and I wish you a great day. Bye-bye.
Great. Thank you very much, Danny. So I'd like to thank all our presenters, as well as a big thank you to everyone that took the time to join us for today's webinar. We hope you found both sessions beneficial and valuable. The recordings of today's webinar will be made available shortly and distributed to all registrants. If you do have any questions or wish to have additional information, please feel free to reach out to us at info@aktglobal.com. And on that note, I would like to thank each and every one of you for your participations today. Stay safe, and we hope to see you all again very soon. Have a lovely afternoon.